Hey y'all, it's your girl Nat, and we're back with a whole new type of video. I am currently in my bedroom, sitting on my king size bed, which I built. And this video is all about styling this side of my room, my bed, building a nightstand, and painting my wall. So the first part of this plan was creating my wonderful painted headboard, which as you can see is huge. Because I know that paint takes a good amount of time to dry, that was the first thing on the list. I needed to run to the store, so I went to Lowe's, grabbed some paint, grabbed some paint brushes, a roller. I didn't even buy tape because I figured a circle, how would I tape that? Since I was just doing a color match with the same paint that I use in my bathrooms, and I still had the can from the paint, I just took it to Lowe's, hoping they could color match it, and it was a fail. Dude messed up the paint, so now he had to redo it, so that's more time I gotta spend out here. Children, I'm home. Stop barking. He got some packages. Oh, once I got home, the next thing we had to do was strip the bed and move it. So we took all of the sheets off, took the mattress off the bed, and struggled. And when I say struggled, I mean struggled to move the bed. Oh my God. Oh, oh my God. You pull towards me. Ready, set, go. Oh yeah, it was stuck. It was so heavy. When I put it together, I put it together in the place that it was. So I never had to move the entire thing. It was a struggle, y'all. The thing about circles is it's really, really hard to make sure your lines aren't wobbly and to make sure that both sides of your circle are equal, because the circle is nothing if it's not symmetrical. I took a piece of string, just like string you would use to sew up a hole in pants or something, and made a really long piece, decided where I wanted the middle of my circle to go, and measured out from there. Good thing I paid attention in math. It wasn't too hard. The hardest part was making sure that the pencil didn't lean, because if you don't hold your pencil straight the entire time of drawing it, your circle is going to be completely wonky and completely wrong. If you're going to do this, make sure you hold your pencil completely perpendicular. I keep using all these terms. If this is the wall, your pencil needs to stay like this the entire time that you're going around, because if not, the moment your pencil leans, the pencil moves outside of the line that it was supposed to be on, and now your circle is all types of jacked up. Finally, paint touches the wall. My brother is an artist, but I didn't quite trust him with painting something at this large of a scale. So I told him that while I meticulously painted the outside border of the circle, he could just do what he does and paint the inside. And it knocked down my time by at least half. I think it turned out nice. What about y'all? I got the inspiration for this circle painted headboard wall mural thing from off of YouTube, and I searched so hard to try to find a girl who I first saw do it. I thought it was so cool, and she was the one that inspired me. If I figure out who she was, or if I could find her, because going through my history was a lot, I'll tag her in the comments below. I literally ordered everything for my bed, from the pillows to the duvet cover, from Amazon. I didn't want to have to go around and shop at too many stores, since we aren't supposed to be out that much. And I didn't want to have to order from a whole bunch of different stores and then everything comes at a different time. So ordered everything from Amazon and everything came on the same day. My sheets are a 6-piece king size sheet set. So that just means it came with a fitted sheet, a flat sheet, and 4 pillowcases. When buying a duvet cover, of course you gotta buy a duvet. I bought 4 king size pillows to go with everything else from Amazon. My duvet cover just was the duvet cover and 2 matching king size pillowcases. If you feel like you want to do something creative or something that's out of the box, do it. Do it! Because I bought a duvet, I have to get it all the way in there, and I have to make sure that all the corners are in the corners of the duvet cover, because if not, it tends to move around. The pillowcases were made snug, like they hug those pillows. So it was a little difficult having to shake them on, but I appreciate it because when you sleep, at least when I sleep, my pillowcases always slide off. So I'm hoping that this is a good sign. As I said earlier, I built this bed when me and Marco first bought our house. So I had a whole bunch of leftover materials from when I did so, which gave me the opportunity to build the shelves. I knew that I wanted to make one of the shelves look like an extension to my bed that was already here, and then I also knew that I wanted the shelves to be floating since my bed is supposed to be like a platform floating bed. So because the wood had been sitting for a while, I knew I wanted to sand it down, even though I sanded it down before, just to make sure that it was a fresh surface to start with. Luckily, I still had stain left over from when I built the bed to make sure that the nightstands and the bed matched perfectly. I stained all the sides, and I like to do it where I put a whole bunch of stain on. Sure. And took that dry piece of fabric and wiped off the excess stain. That way you can still see some of the grain in the wood, but you still got the gray tones in it. In order to hang floating shelves, you have to buy specific hardware to do so. So basically it's just brackets that you drill into the wall, but you have to drill holes into the actual wood in order for the wood to slide onto the bracket. So I, again, ordered the brackets off of Amazon because I knew they would come in a few days and I wouldn't have to wait. I couldn't find 2 of my drills, which also have 2 of my other batteries and 2 of my chargers. So I couldn't use the saw because the charger and the battery were wherever the drills were. So it's I guess you could say day 3, because I painted and did the bed one day and I started the shelves yesterday. My drill died, so last night I couldn't finish, but it's okay. I finally found my batteries as well as my chargers so I could cut the wood with my circular saw. But I didn't feel like taking out my saw table, so I just used my little scoop as leverage and cut it on that. since this new piece of wood is an extension, I had to make sure that I went to the store and grabbed brackets because it had to be sturdy enough to hold the stuff I was going to put on there, and I didn't want it to splinter or crack. I put 2 L brackets and 2 flat brackets. I'm not sure what these are called. That way I can use the flat ones to attach it to the actual bed and the L brackets to attach it to the wall. We are at a time now where we have to practice social distancing, so why not spruce up your house where you probably are going to be spending most of your time anyway, so that you can enjoy it as much as you might have enjoyed an outside place. I thought that my print See No, Hear No, Speak No would be the perfect size and the perfect piece to put up here on Marco's side of the bed. My favorite part is here. I decided that for styling purposes, I would run to the thrift store because I knew I would find really nice and unique pieces for a very low price. I figured even if it wasn't the right color, I could spray paint it and do whatever I wanted. Luckily, no spray paint was needed for any of the things I bought. One of my favorite finds from my thrift store trip was this green pyramid, and it was a specific green that really drew me to it. My birthstone is peridot, I'm a Virgo, and the green was exactly that color, and it was see-through and glass, so I had to pick it up. I wanted to put little pieces of me and Marco here and there, so I used some of his bracelets, I used my glasses. This is it, guys. This is my bed, well, bed area. And I really hope y'all like it. I worked really hard. Expect more DIY and more decor videos from me. If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment if you found any unique things at the thrift store. And if you live in the DMV, please put any good thrift stores that you know around this area, because I may not know them. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, GorgeousPersona on both. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. One of my favorite finds